All right, we've got a special pattern today. We're going to be on Billy Hardwick. It's 44 feet and it has a 1 to 2.8 ratio with most of the, I'd say the very dry spot on this pattern is going to be like 1 through 7. That is where most of the oil is not. Anything left of that, there's going to be quite a bit of oil, especially when you get to the middle part of the lane. So this pattern, you're going to start out straight, and then you're going to, when you move left, you're going to bring your break point left with you, which is pretty interesting because on most long patterns, you're going to start off a little further left, like around, third to fourth arrow, and you're going to keep it mainly towards the head pin. But this one's interesting. You're going to be able to do a lot of different things on it. When I'm bowling on this pattern, I'm going to start out pretty straight because I'm going to kind of try to dry up the first arrow, and then I'm going to play around second arrow, probably with something a little bit weaker. And then as I move left, I'm going to kind of bring my break point in with me and target around the 3-6 zone. So on the fresh and the transition, you probably go pretty straight if you're throwing a weaker ball, but if you decide you want to get in and hook it early, that is possible too with a little bit stronger ball. And on the burn, I usually just get something a little weaker in my hand, so I'm a little shinier, slow down, and just kind of get my hand around the ball a little bit more, and I can get my ball to really curve on this pattern whenever it gets pretty dry down lane. So for cores and cover stocks, I generally like to use solid shell balls. So that means it's not gonna have any pearl in it. I like to use, as far as the core goes, I like to use a solid shell on a medium to strength core with a low RG with a high differential, and then even weaker with a little bit higher RG, still with a medium differential on it with symmetrical pieces. Until I need to move left on this pattern. Though I'm going to be keeping my break point in, I'm going to be going to a more high flaring core that's asymmetric, and those covers are going to be just shiny solids as well until it starts to really open up, and then I'll end up getting some hybrids and pearls into my hands. So generally keep solid shell cover stocks for most of the time, and then transition into the cleaner covers as you get a little more friction on the lane. So for the general cores I'm going to be using are the higher flaring ones at first, and then I'm probably going to go to like a medium flare for when I'm playing straight. Now when I'm curving it, I'm still going to have quite a bit of differential in my hand. I'm just going to be using weaker covers. when I start out bowling on this pattern, especially with my layouts, I'd like to think I'm going to start out with a ball that's going to be drilled with a lower valve angle. It's going to get into the flare, the hook phase very quickly, and the ball's going to be smooth down lane. Now, when I decide I'm going to start hooking it, I start using layouts that are going to be a little bit higher vertical axis lines, angle, the degree at least, not on the line itself. But what that does is it keeps the flare rings a little tighter on the ball, and then you can really curve it down lane or get your ball to store energy and get down lane when you're having trouble getting it down lane. So you want to try to match the layup on the ball to the situation you're trying to go. So going straighter, you want a little more flare. If you're going probably hooking it, you still want medium flare, but you don't need a whole lot. And your drillings are going to change a little bit. Now the surfaces, I'm going to be dull when I'm going straight, and then when I'm trying to hook it, I'm probably going to be going kind of shiny. So they're pretty cut and dry. I'm going to be 500 or 1,000 to go straight open, just to open the pattern up, and then as I'm starting to break it down, I'm going to have like 2,000 to 4,000 in my hands. If you've made it to the end of the video, you're watching my end of the video clip. So this is a recent ball that I just got, the Phantom. I haven't really had something with the Brunswick logo in my hands in a little while, but I've thrown this ball a little bit now, and wow, it's really good. It's definitely something that's going to be probably swept under the rug as a definitely underrated ball. But thanks for watching. If you guys want to see some shots on this, I think it's going to be retired soon, so it may be featured in a Retired Gems episode, which I'm going to be trying to do on a sport pattern soon, so that's going to be pretty cool. And always, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you think I'm cool, or if you're cool. Alright, till next time.